Palia is a new open world MMORPG that is coming out August 2nd in a closed beta and August 10th in an open beta where everybody can play. And everything you guys do in the beta will not get a reset, so you guys can continue on your character. So basically it's like a small launch already. So we'll have a global launch, will be in EU and NA, and for the platforms we know so far is PC and Switch, and I think they said something about including more platforms, so we might see a mobile launch too. But I'll be letting you guys know everything you need to know about Palia, so let's jump right into it. So Palia is a very unique open world MMORPG. It's kind of different from the usual stuff, which is very cool because that does some really good job in creating like a fun MMORPG that is focused more on exploration and life skills than other MMOs, which is more focused on grinding the gear, getting the legendary gear, fighting the raids, fighting the PvP. It's more like a casual fun game that you can play with friends, explore the open world, meet other players, and there's a lot to do in this game. And I like the uniqueness of it because it is so showing that you don't have to copy all the other MMOs to be a successful MMO. I think this game can do very good with what it offers, and it targets a certain player base. And this game is definitely a game that you can play both hardcore, you can min-max in this game, which we'll talk about, but you can also play it for fun and casually, and an amazing casual game to play. So overall, let's just see what the game is all about. First of all, you'll have, it's a role-playing game, proper MMORPG. It's not like an RPG, it's not like an action RPG, it's not like a farming game. It's an actual open world MMORPG. You will have a chance to create your own character, male or female. There's a lot of character customization you guys can do. You can change it even from player face shapes to skin tones to eyes, even your own voice, wear the clothes you want. So there's a lot of character customization in this game for you guys to do. So you will be able to create your own character, because let's be real, that's an MMO is all about. A role-playing game is all about, is able to play your own character like you want, choose the hairstyle you want, and build your character from scratch. Now, taking away from the character customization, absolutely amazing. This game also will have a costumes that you guys can get. Now, you'll be costumes that you can get through by playing just the game. There'll be costumes you can get through shops, but there will be stuff in this game that you guys can get to make your character look different, look unique. So people, if you've been grinding for a while, people can see it on your character, which is, in my opinion, very important when it comes to MMOs themselves. So the main focus of this game will be the open world exploration. It's open world MMO, so you'll be meeting players roaming around in the world, and it will be very important to play. You can play it solo if you want. If you're a solo player, you can play it solo. Playing with people will have an advantage for you, because if you play with others, you're able both to get the loot from defeating monsters together. Let's say you're hunting deer, hunting different monsters, and you're doing it together, you'll get extra bonuses for doing it. If you're doing different puzzles around the world, because this massive world will have a lot of exploration. They even said that on launch they'll introduce more maps, but exploration and the massive world and exploring overall is a very big thing to do in the game. The lore and storyline is very immersive, and each NPC or character that you meet in the game will have its own story, its own personality, so everything will feel very immersive, because that is basically their selling point. It is the open world, it is the exploration, and coming with the exploration and the open world will be crafting, it will be gardening, hunting, fishing. So this is what you will be doing in the game. You will be gardening. You can do gardening together with other friends, meet people in the open world. You can do fishing with friends, you can do crafting with others. So it's very like including when it comes to what to do in the game. It wants you to be able to play with a lot of players, because usually in most MMOs you're usually doing the crafting, you're mostly doing the farming, the grinding alone, but in this game they want to have focus on being able to do it with others, and focus on like the multiplayer aspect of the game, which I think is really cool. Now overall, when it comes to the game, you will have all the gardening stuff, you will have the exploration stuff, but I know what people really want to know: will it have housing? And the answer to that is, of course, it will have housing. You know, you gotta make your own house, you gotta make your own gardening, everything, and you can customize your house like you want to. There's a lot of different options to customize your house. You can customize, you know, your windows, what type of house you want, make your own garden around it, make some cool furnishing around it, invite people over to your house, and build your own little place and own little community. So there will have basically housing options, which is really good. I think a game like this will be like for people that like to play like very casual and fun MMORPGs, you will have the option to play like that. And for the people that want to grind hardcore and min-max everything, you guys can do that too, because you will be doing crafting, gardening, fishing throughout the day. There is ways to min-max your crafting by just getting into the day and playing the game. But the most important question that a lot of people have is monetization. How are they gonna monetize the game? Will it be pay to win? And from what we know so far is, like I mentioned earlier, when it comes to character and customization, we do know that the costumes that you can get, which will be completely cosmetics, nothing like pay to win, you can purchase that in the shop. So that is what we know so far, and other than that, we don't know how they're gonna monetize it. It's gonna be like hard to make it really pay to win, because you're not really competing with others when it comes to like when you're fighting monsters or doing PvP and stuff. You're not competing with any players, so overall it will be pretty free to play friendly. So if you want to get into the game and not spend money, you can probably do so. And overall, I think the combat and everything looks very fun. Like the hunting, you have to have aim when you're doing hunting. Fighting deers is not like just a one shot and the deer is done. You actually have to aim and the deer will run away. So it will require basically immersive gameplay, you know, which is really cool. So overall opinion of the game, I think it has a lot of potential. You know, I like the NPC mechanics, where NPCs have different personalities, how you interact with them will be choose how they will react to you. They have a big cool like quest system and crafting system and lore of the game, and I like how they're including like multiplayer to everything. You know, they want you to be able to do everything like fishing with friends, you know, not alone. So including the multiplayer aspect a lot in this game, and overall the game looks to have massive potential. I'm definitely gonna be checking this out. I have to say though, I do not like that, even though it doesn't matter in this type of games, I don't like that everything you do in the beta from the 2nd and the 10th you will keep everything when the global launches. It's kind of like there's no point in having the beta if people are gonna keep all their stuff. Just launch the game on the 2nd or launch the game on the 10th, you know, instead of just having a beta or whatever, so to give people like an advantage. So if you guys want to check it out, we know that it is on PC, and you can get it on, I think on Switch it will come later this year, but the PC is where you can play it first. But let me know what you guys think. Will you guys be checking out Palia? Let me know in the comments below. Check this video right here, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.